the 2024 home opener for the University of Tulsa. And the stakes could not be higher. Off to a great start, and they welcome in some tough competition to the Reynolds Center this weekend. They open up with 22nd ranked Arkansas. Hi fans, look who we found. Avery Kalsu, former Tulsa great. I'm Josh Haley, glad you're with us inside of the Reynolds Center. Avery, the energy's always running high in the home opener, but you add in the factor that there's a ranked team here. What are the emotions like?
I mean, the emotions are so high for Tulsa. They are off to such a strong start, so getting the chance to face the number 22 team in the country is huge for them, and it's just a big opportunity that they're really looking forward to taking advantage of.
Well, and one player that they're going to have to keep their eye on tonight is Zoe Evans. She is off to a great start.
Yeah, Zoe Evans has always been a huge threat up at the net, offensively and defensively, but this season alone, her defense has really been what's standing her out above the others.
When you look at Tulsa, they are anchored by Marta Picali. She's not just one of the best liberos in the league, but the nation.
No, seriously. Coming from Italy, and her experience has been one of the coolest things about her on this team. She's been a leader since the moment that she stepped on campus, so it's really cool to see her in her senior year and continuing that role.
Let's take a look at our starting lineups tonight, brought to you by Reesers for the 6-1 Golden Hurricane. There's Marta Picali, who we just talked about. But Avery, it really can be anybody in this lineup that steps up to have a big match.
Yeah, seriously. Anybody in this lineup is really looking forward to it today. Rachel Brown specifically, I think, can really step up in a huge way for them.
Let's take a look at the lineup for the Razorbacks. These two teams are no stranger to one another. Arkansas a perfect 7-0. There's Zoe Evans. Courtney Jackson. Wow, is she dynamic on the floor, though, for the Razorbacks.
Yeah, seriously. Courtney Jackson is that unspoken leader on the team here. She doesn't always get all the credit, but, man, does she sure deserve it.
Well, that's what Jason Watson was talking to us about earlier this week, about some of those returning veterans he's got, like Hannah Hogue and Courtney Jackson, just the caliber of players they are. Reigning Regional Coach of the Year, led the Razorbacks to the national quarterfinals a year ago. 9th-year head coach Jason Watson, SEC Coach of the Year as well. And they are coming off so much success, a year in which they lost a lot, but they also returned some key pieces, and that's really proving worth so far. 2nd-year head coach Lauren Ramatowski, what she did in her first year, very exceptional. Only the 2nd TU coach ever to win a postseason match in her first year, leading Tulsa to the NIVC. Avery, you know as well as anybody the great culture that she's got going.
Yeah, she's really emphasized that as soon as she stepped on campus, and man, has she sure done a good job. She's made this team completely different than it was in the past, and she just continues to make huge improvements. Those
two head coaches, by the way, great friends. Ramatowski coached under Watson at Arkansas as an assistant for a year. They remain in close contact. Their families know each other. It is truly a friendly rivalry, but they'll put that friendship aside here tonight. 22nd ranked Arkansas and Tulsa, they battled last year. Avery, you were a part of that match. We'll get into that as the night goes on and what a thriller that was. But Tulsa ready to get things going in their home slate here in 2024. And Braden Hipp will serve it up. The last time she served on this court, a career-high 4 service aces. That was in last year at the end of the season. So Hipp knows how to get it done from behind the service line, and we're underway from the Reynolds Center. Kept alive. Good hands at the net for a second time. Oh, what a great rally to open up this match. Nice dig in the back. Free ball sent over. At the right side, Brown, good hands at the net once again for Arkansas. And there's Evans going off of the high hands.
It's such an effective swing that Evans just used. There's really no defense for that whenever she tools that right off the block there. Yeah, and there she goes again with that tool. That's just very impressive, and there's really no defense for that for Tulsa.
Who would have thought we would see that long of a rally for the opening point of this match? But maybe that's a sign of what's to come here later on. And that one just outside of the line. Hannah Hogue to serve. elbow from the middle.
That is going to be huge for Tulsa this game. Getting their middles involved early and often is just going to be automatic for them. Tatiana Johnson just swings so high on that net, and so getting her active is going to be crucial for them.
Good response from Tulsa. Lauren Eitler on the serve. Nice dig by Hip. Net violation against Tulsa. Feels like that'll be key tonight, is limiting the self-inflicted mistakes. Another look at that dig, though, from Hip. Good hands at the net again. Arkansas off to a good start.
Yep, there's Zoe Evans again, a big presence up at the net. That SEC Defensive Player of the Week really showing early on here.
From the right side, nice swing by Rachel Brown.
Rachel Brown really using her high vertical there to get the top of the hands off that block. Again, what I talked about earlier, just a tool. There's really not much defense for that. As you can see, just goes right off the fingertips.
Golden Hurricanes so happy to have her back and healthy this year. As that one sails long, no deflection, point for Tulsa, and Picali once again will serve. But Rachel Brown, of course, a severe knee injury in 2022, and they are so happy she's back.
Yes, she plays such a huge role, and she's really opened up the offense for them this year. I think she leads the team in kills and just continues every day to get better and better.
Lawson on the swing from the left pin, sails long. Picali, in her entire tenure here for Tulsa, she has been one of the best from behind the serve line. Evans able to put an end to that little run.
As you see here, Zoe just goes right behind and just kind of trickles it over the net, but there's that big hole right in the middle for Tulsa, and so she's able to easily kind of wiggle that ball down there.
It was an important run there for Tulsa. A little 3-0 spurt. Some call it a big point. Nice dig. Right down the line. Hogue initially kept it alive, but Arkansas unable to return it.
That's a great swing from Tatum there on the right side, or on the outside. She's got such a dynamic line shot, and that's a new tool that Tulsa really hasn't seen much in the past. So it's cool to see her bring that in. She's a transfer from Southern Illinois, and so it's cool to see her have such a big impact so early on here at TU.
Good hands at the net. Tulsa creating a wall.
That set was just a little tight from Hannah Hogue for Arkansas, and so Tatum was able to get her hands up there early and stop that from happening. There you go, Tatum. Pushing right over in there.
Brittany Bakhorn steps in to serve. True freshman from Knoxville, Iowa. Nice pancake there. No, it hit the ground.
Brittany Bakhorn is going to play a huge role for Tulsa here. They're running a 6-2 offense, and so she comes in as that second setter. Luckily, she got to come in a little bit early here in May, and she's been able to really work with the girls and built a really good connection with a lot of the players.
There's Thurman for the serve. She's got a live arm. On the slide, Tulsa able to handle it.
Oh.
And that one will come up short.
Close. I think the kill there gets registered by Hannah Hogue, the setter. You don't see that very often, but I'm sure she was pumped to get the opportunity to swing at the ball every now and then.
That one gets away from Thurman, but her abilities, though, it kind of fits right in with Arkansas. The philosophy has for so long been grip it and rip it. When you go into a matchup against this team, how much more are you on your toes than just a normal opponent because of the serve?
Their serve has always been so strong. We've played them a couple times, and every time that was always a key of emphasis. They're huge on the service line, and so it makes it a little bit trickier for that back line, and they know they have a lot of pressure back there to control that ball.
Deflection at the net, and it finds a home right in the middle of the floor. Arkansas able to side out.
Jada Lawson here is a little undersized as an outside, but she's able to use tools like that just to find a way to get the ball and hit the ground.
Yeah, only 5'7", but the athleticism makes her seem so much bigger, and that's not anything out of the ordinary for Arkansas. They had a player, maybe you've heard of her, Jill Gillen, the All-American, now an assistant coach. She was only 5'9". I think that's on a good day, but could jump out of the gym.
Yeah, you absolutely hated to line up against her, and I can speak that from experience. She was just a force to be reckoned with.
There's Mongari on the serve. Tulsa again. They were ready for that slide.
That was a good read by Tati there, and the way to close that block. She kind of reached in last second, was able to get the ball to land back in that back half. That's a huge play for Tulsa, and that will be a huge key to their game, is stopping their middles.
Trying to keep it alive. Somehow that goes over the net, and then in Tulsa's attempt to do so, they slide over the line, and a violation. What a wild play that was.
I'm just happy nobody was hurt on that one. Oh yeah, here we go. We have the slide, and it was tapped back immediately. Tulsa, I think, thought that the ball was going to die, but Arkansas was able to poke it back over the net.
Goodness, yeah, I didn't see that collision until you pointed it out. Then on the replay, that could have been nasty. Off the hands.
It's a good swing from Yolana. She's just a bigger force on that right side, and so she's able to get up and elevate over that Arkansas block, which will be huge.
Good hands at the net again. Hogue sending, nice dig in the back.
Two big digs back there from Reagan Pendleton. That's just her experience.
Tulsa finally puts it down. Rachel Brown with a big swing from the right side.
That is a great swing from Rachel. There's just really no defense in that back corner, and being able to elevate up and swing in that corner is awesome.
That sails long, no deflection. Well, you've got to think Tulsa's pleased with this start that they're off to right now.
For sure. I think a lot of that goes back to the service pressure. They're able to keep Arkansas out of system here, having to force their outsides and making them, forcing them to make a few errors here.
Tulsa's won 11 of the last 16 points after finding themselves trailing 4-1. Nice job there, going for precision over power.
That's always a good spot. I think that's landed now 2 times on TU's defense, so I look to see them make a change on that play. You don't want to see those drop as a player. Those are the most frustrating.
Eitler, big swing from the right side.
What a great swing from Eitler, who's really come alive in the last couple matches. She came alive in this ORU tournament last weekend, and she played all 3 games and was named to the all-tournament team. She'll be a huge piece to this Tulsa offense.
Hogue able to stay out of the net, and that's why she's one of the best in the game.
Absolutely. That type of set to Romani Thurman there in the middle is kind of undefendable. And the way she was able to kind of bend her back is very successful as a setter. You always want to have those plays, and they're really fun to have.
Already 8 assists in this opening set for Hogue.
That's awesome. I think it also speaks to Tulsa's defense here. That's 8 kills for Arkansas, and they're only at 11. So Tulsa's really remaining error-free here, which is great, and that was definitely a key to their success here.
Tulsa able to keep it alive. Free ball for the Razorbacks. That powerful left swing.
I love the decision from Hogue to go back-to-back to Romani Thurman there. She got such a good swing on that first one. It was nice to give her the opportunity to put it away on that second swing. That power as a lefty on the right side is really unique, and it's great to have on the team.
Romani Thurman, one of the big transfer pickups for Arkansas, coming from North Carolina, but an Arkansas native, hails from Little Rock. Unable to keep that one alive again. Go right back to what works.
Exactly. That left-handed swing here, again, just catches the blocker's hand and can't really do anything about that in the back row. So Tulsa's got to get a handle on her for sure.
No deflection there, just sailed long as Brown was trying to find some hands at the net.
A good swing from Rachel Brown. She definitely needs to look into that. That's a good shot to add, but maybe next time just touching it a little bit lower.
That's the 3rd service error for the Razorbacks in this opening set. And it brings us to a timeout. Tulsa off to a good start, and they've got a 1-point advantage.
Do you need? Do you need?
Mama.
I will protect you. I will protect all of you.
Don't wanna say goodbye.
The Wild Robot is the best animated movie of the year.
You are ordered to return home.
We have to help her.
Love you till the day that
I am already home, and I am a wild robot.
The Wild Robot, rated PG, in theaters September 27th.
This is Formula One!
I'm on the next level now.
It's so on. Welcome back. We got some digs here. So as you see, Romani Thurman there to break the hit with some huge digs in the back row. Tulsa's really playing well defensively, and I think that's what's allowing them to have such success here early on. As you see, Tulsa's just picking up all the swings very well, and so is Arkansas too, but Tulsa's just been dynamic on defense, and that's what's definitely keeping them in this game.
Now the balance is really impressive for the Golden Hurricane in really every aspect. The kills, you've got 6 different players already getting involved offensively, 3 players in the blocks department, and the digs is really kind of by committee.
That was a huge point of emphasis for them in the spring, was just getting more players involved. So I'm happy to see that they're executing that nicely early on.
Thurman off the hands. And sometimes with that velocity that she brings, if you don't get the hands on it just perfectly, then it's going to land in the seats somewhere.
Oh, yeah, exactly. She swings with such power that you just got to be early and push those hands low and over the net in order to stop that ball.
Redshirt freshman Lo Jones on the serve. Now, something important there, you look at Lo Jones, and immediately after that serve, she was not rattled. She had a smile on her face. She stayed loose. That's a really good sign from a young player.
Oh, for sure. Speaks a lot about the culture of this Arkansas team.
Wasson, return to sender.
What a great block by Yolanda on that right side. She's 6'3", and Jada is only 5'7" there, so just using her height to her advantage for sure.
That one into the net. That's the first service error of this opening set for Tulsa. 4 against the Razorbacks. That's a number sometimes that doesn't get delved into as properly as it should. And Jason Watson, the Arkansas coach, who's, in my opinion, one of the best educators of the match, he's talked about this a lot, that it goes so much more beyond that number. You look at how many times you get your opponent out of system on your serve because you're serving aggressively. What's the first ball side out kill percentage? Are you keeping that low? Is the passing number low for your opponent? So it's not just about the errors, right?
Oh, no, absolutely not. You kind of want to have like double the aces to the amount of errors, but at the same time, if you're serving aggressive, I don't think any coach would be mad about a couple errors. Good long rally here from TU. Oh, what a great block by Pettis. She's just showing her veteran status here.
Pettis, the returning player for the Razorbacks, a transfer from Mississippi State. She had a massive impact for the Hogs a year ago in that great run to the national quarterfinals. There's Avery Callum. In the middle of the floor, a campfire around that one. I think Tulsa was almost caught off guard by just how free of a ball that was.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are the plays that we practice all the time in practice, so you hate to see those drop on the Arkansas side, but it's also a good play from Lauren to recognize that that middle of the court is open.
Collie forced to set there. And the Razorbacks will side out as that was into the net. Lead cut to 1 as we start to come down the stretch here in this opening set. Big swing, big dig, though. Courtney Jackson coming up with it. Golden Hurricane get the block.
That big presence from Rachel Brown that we just keep talking about. She is just dynamic in all aspects of her play. You see here with the deep tip that kind of put them out of system, and then here she comes back just with that great play at the net and stuffs it right down. They had no chance on that ball.
Again, getting defensive at the net. This time, Arkansas able to keep it alive, but not the second time. Rachel Brown again, she's feeling it.
What a great play from her up at the net. Both of those blocks came from her, and she's just really huge to this Tulsa success, obviously. She's a great player, and she's also a really great leader for the TU team.
Neither team had to take a timeout in this opening set until now. Razorbacks forced to take one. And for context here, keep this in mind. Arkansas has not lost a set in the month of September. 4 sweeps. That's the kind of run they're on right now, and Tulsa's threatening to put an end to that with a 3-point lead here in the opener. Well, the American Volleyball Championship takes place from November 22nd to 24th at Charles Cook Arena in Wichita, Kansas. Watch all the action on ESPN+. A lot of debate over this, Avery, on, do you have conference tournaments? Do you not? What do you feel on the subject?
Well, I was actually part of a committee that brought this championship back. We hated that it got taken away. It got taken away for all 4 years I was here, sadly. But I was part of a committee last year with Kaylee Cassidy that brought teams from the American Conference together in order to make sure that this conference tournament would for sure happen again.
And yet, it is back. That's going to be a fun 3 days up in Wichita. Charles Cook Arena can get pretty rowdy, especially when an NCAA tournament spot will be on the line.
Oh, absolutely. That'll be a fun weekend for sure.
Tulsa hitting just 154 in this opening set, but limiting Arkansas to just 118.
I think their block stands for a lot of that. They've got 4 blocks on the match, but they've just really been dynamic up there.
Eitler on the serve. McCauley lays out to keep it alive. Brown, what a pancake that was from Weeks. Stuffed down right off of the hands and straight over.
What a great play here from Tatum. She didn't get much of a transition here, and then she was able to quickly turn. But Courtney Jackson with an incredible pancake earlier in the rally. She is just a dynamic player that's been huge for Arkansas all year.
Jackson, yes, beg your pardon, I said Weeks. It was Courtney Jackson all the way. 3-0 scoring run for Tulsa right here. And right down the middle.
Jackson is having a lot of success on that, yeah, she's having a lot of success on that too there. That left hand kind of makes it hard for Tulsa sometimes. And sorry, that was Thurman.
Now she's the one Razorback that is having success this opening set, hitting 333, 6 kills for Romani Thurman. Down the line, and they'll call it as out. Razorbacks point. It's a close one. Will we see a challenge? Indeed we will.
The Tulsa team seems to think they got a touch on that. Tatum immediately wilted her arm back saying touch, so I'll be interested to see a little bit more of the reviews here. It also kind of works because Tulsa gets a little bit of a timeout, which is great.
First challenge of the match. You see that green challenge card right there, top middle of your screen. And Coach Ramatowski pulling out. And for the most part, when big rule implementations take place, a lot of times there's a fairly even split on both sides of it. But when the challenge first came into college volleyball as kind of an experimental thing and then learning it's here to stay, it seems to be that most people are in favor of it.
Yeah, absolutely, especially with the calls that you can challenge. As a player, it was always really frustrating whenever you knew something didn't happen, but there was nothing you could do about it. And so implementing this challenge rule was huge.
Now, the fact that, coaches are limited, obviously there's not an unlimited amount, so it's not like you're slowing down the match in a significant manner, and it's certainly worth it with the narrow margin that we see. It could be one call that makes the difference in an entire match. Again, call on the floor is out.
Yeah. I don't know if she tipped it or not. It's really hard to say. I would love a closer angle, but at the same time, these go so fast, it's hard to see fingers move.
Yeah, that's the hardest in my opinion, the hardest play to review in all of college sports is whether there was a tipper at the net or not.
Absolutely. I mean, we for sure know that that's out of bounds, but now I guess they're just primarily looking at that spot on the block.
And keep in mind, there's got to be overwhelming evidence to overturn the call. The call on the floor is that it was out, and a point for Arkansas, which would cut it to a 2-point deficit. Now, these two teams played last year in Fayetteville. Arkansas squeaking out a 3-2 win. You were a part of that match. Avery, what were the emotions like?
The emotions are always so high playing Arkansas. It's a closer team, and then making it that close too on a year that we knew they'd have success was going to be huge.
Call on the floor stands.
They must have not had conclusive evidence.
So Courtney Jackson here to serve. The former junior beach national champion, Jackson putting it into play. And Tulsa up for the challenge on the return. Unfazed by that last play, Tatum Tornata.
She loved that. She was looking for that too. She felt like she had gotten a kill on that previous play, so for her to put the ball down there was awesome for her.
Hogue into the net, point Tulsa, and it's set point. And if you're protecting a lead late in a set, trying to close it out, is there anybody you'd rather have behind the serve line than Marta Picali?
Absolutely not. I mean, she's 4-year starter, 4-year libero for this TU team. There's nobody else I would rather have behind the line.
Block, Jackson, what a reaction play, send it back over.
Jackson is all over this play.
Hip to that left side. That one hit the bottom of the video board and came back down on Tulsa's side of the net. Unfortunate there for the Golden Hurricane.
Unlucky, but just goes back to Thurman's dynamic and power on that right side. She's just so strong, and Lauren Eitler sent that one straight to the scoreboard. It's hard to control whenever she has that much power.
Weeks on the serve. Timing was a little bit off there for Tulsa. Hip dumps it over the net. Jackson was ready for it.
Man, there's been good defense all over this rally.
Again, they go to that left side, and that's the winner. Braden Hip to Tatum Tornata. And Tulsa takes the opening set.
Wasn't the most pretty swing, but however Tulsa can get it done, I know they're pumped about.
What an exciting first set between two great friends going at it. And Tulsa comes out on the top side, 25-21.
Do you need assistance?
The Wild Robot is the greatest DreamWorks movie ever.
Did anyone order me?
It's not just the best animated movie of the year.
Do you need assistance?
It's one of the best movies, period.
I will protect you.
The Wild Robot. Rated PG. In theaters September 27th.
Who's that sexy thing I see over there? That's me, standing in the mirror. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. 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 I'd wanna be me too.
The University of Tulsa is home to the most National Merit Scholars per capita in the nation. Want to know why?
With UTulsa's 9-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio, you're a name, not just a face.
When it comes to medical school, we get in at twice. the national average.
Tulsa is in the nation's top 10 engineering schools, and we solve tomorrow's problems today.
Start your journey at the University of Tulsa.
There's only one way to win. It doesn't have shortcuts. It's a spirit to outwork, outsmart, and outlast the competition. It demands boldness, grit, and guts. It says we can, and we will. It's what separates us from the rest. There's only one way to greatness, and that's the American way.
Josh Haley and Avery Kalsu back with you from the Reynolds Center. Oh, this crowd is enjoying it, whether they're rooting for Tulsa or Arkansas. What a great opening set that we just saw. As you look at our stats through one, look at the hitting percentage there for Tulsa, 162, not necessarily, you know, blowing the roof off of it, but the defensive effort, extraordinary, holding Arkansas to just 140.
Oh yeah, that's been a huge emphasis for them, I know, and so seeing that success play out in the first set is great. But I do look to Arkansas to kind of make some changes here. They need to spread out the offense a little bit, and so I look to see them do that early on.
That's something that Jason Watson and his staff have become kind of masters at doing. And speaking of the staff, he's got some new faces on the staff. We mentioned Joe Gillen, the All-American from a year ago, now an assistant coach. They brought back Andy Ryan, their director of boxing, Jordan Neal, assistant coach, now in his 4th year, but they also welcome in Jordan Childs, who's in her 1st year. And Coach Jason Watson was talking to us about, you know, looking to fill the spot of assistant coaches, and he said, you know, sometimes there can be a lot of good in finding a coach who necessarily hasn't been at the D1 level, because you get maybe some different ideas, a lot of creativity there. And he said that if anybody wants to say that if you haven't played or coached at D1 level, then you shouldn't be there, he said it's ridiculous, because Jordan Childs was a no-brainer slam dunk hire for us. Speaking of All-Americans, there's Hannah Hogue. One of 3 All-Americans Arkansas had a year ago. The Arkansas native gets us underway here in set number 2. Picking up right where she left off after a great opening set. Romani Thurman, the sophomore.
Yeah, that left-handed attack is really having a lot of success on Tulsa. They've even kind of pulled Rachel Brown over on the outside to work on blocking her. So I'm interested to see if Rachel can get the better of her this time around.
What a swing that was. Jackson just got jammed. Sometimes the place to go is just right at him.
Yeah, seriously. Tati just really hit the fire out of that ball and just kind of hit her right in the chest. Nothing she can really do about that one.
Service ace.
That's a great serve from Eiler. She brings that to the service line for sure. She's a great dynamic server. She's always been since the moment she got here. That drop serve is great. It's really hard to defend. And I'm sure as a passer, that's what you hate to see coming.
That's the first ace of the match. And that one out of play.
Maybe a little bit of a jinx there for me, but still, that's what you like to see from a player, is being aggressive behind that service line.
Jackson has really had an extraordinary journey in her career from behind the serve line, has put in so much work to get better at it, and it was a drastic change from her freshman to sophomore year, and now remains one of the more dangerous players from behind the line. Good swing there. Off the hands and straight down.
Great swing from Rachel Brown. She's just using that high vertical and that high reach that she has to make good contact. Just slips it right beside that Arkansas block.
Zoe Evans from the middle puts it down.
I'd love to see Arkansas get Zoe Evans more involved to get those middles going. She's such a dynamic player that it's really impressive to see her get the ball and put it down so easily. I bet they're wanting to get her more involved as well. She only took about 2 swings there in that first set.
Hogue able to get enough of that to keep it alive. Free ball sent over for Tulsa, though. Hip for Brown. Good hands at the net. And that just passed the line.
Lots of good defense in that play, too. The cover on Rachel Brown's swing was great and able to keep that ball alive for TU. And that ball just barely goes out of bounds. The outsides for Arkansas just got to kind of find a way to put the ball in the court and put it on the ground. Really smart shot there from number 19, Olivia Hu. That was impressive. And that's one that's really hard to defend on the TU side.
Thurman to serve. Sails out. I'm talking about service aces as Tulsa got the first of the match earlier in this set. They entered the weekend 19th in the country in aces per set at over 2.2.
They spent a lot of the offseason working on that, I know, and that was a huge point of emphasis for Ram last fall, so it's cool to see it translate to this season. Now that was a perfect pass, and there's nothing TU could really do with that one. They had all 3 options there, and that's just a recipe for disaster for TU. It's good to see Arkansas convert on that play.
Great team effort that time. You're kind of seeing what has made Tulsa tick so far this year. Smidlova gets the kill, but it's that initial pass from Picali to keep everything in system, right?
Oh, for sure. Marta is such a dynamic leader back there, and so her giving these great passes and having all 3 options as a setter is really crucial for TU.
Something Lauren Remitowski talked about is feels like that Picali doesn't get enough credit because the stats as far as digs per set maybe aren't as high as some other players, but that's not how you rate how good a libero is. It's certainly important, but as she pointed out, if you were to look at her passing rating, it's just through the roof and a lot higher than a lot of players who maybe are regarded equally or maybe even better than she is.
Yeah, and also what the stats don't even show you is the type of leader that she is. She's been a leader since the moment that she stepped on campus here, and it's been 4 years of just undeniable leadership. She's the definition of hard work, and she's a role model to all players that come into the TU program. And from the moment that she got here, she's always been that way.
Tulsa getting defensive at the net. Rachel Brown there that time.
There she goes. That is just so impressive. She reaches so high up over that net. I can't imagine trying to swing around her. She's got such a big block presence. She was a middle blocker primarily all of college, but just recently moved to that right side, and she's been killing it there.
Arkansas able to side out on the error. Hitting percentages for both teams at least 300 or better in this second set.
Much better offensively for both teams. I think they're passing much better too this set, so that speaks a lot.
Like great communication that time. That's the leadership of Hannah Hogue. You could hear her yell right there. That's out, out, out. Razorbacks let it go, and it comes just over the line out of bounds.
Oh yeah, those are the worst players as a blocker, but the best players as an attacker.
Clean dig from Jackson. Diving forward, pancake from Braden Hip. Thurman, big swing. There's Hip again on the dig. Brown with authority.
Goodness, and that's Brown swinging from the outside. As I said earlier, she's played middle, and there's Braden Hip's pancake, and her defense that rally was great. And yeah, Rachel Brown leaving no hesitation or questions about that ball. She was for sure gonna put that one, maybe even put a hole in the ground there.
Fourth kill for Rachel Brown.
That Tulsa block is just really showing out tonight. Very impressive here to put a stop to Thurman's success. That's huge. Tatiana Johnson just reusing her elevation here to just put the ball right back over on Arkansas' side.
Big hands at the net. Evans right there for Arkansas alongside of Madkin.
That was just a big block, and Rachel Brown was a little off the net there, and so really had nowhere else to go. They left no doubt on that play, though. What a great block from Arkansas.
An overpass, and Courtney Jackson. Solid serve. Talking about the improvement earlier about Courtney Jackson, she improved her serve starting in 2022. Near 1-to-1 ace to error ratio while she was 1-to-2 as a freshman. Put in a lot of work. Thurman, did she get the tip? She thinks so, and she did. Off the high hands.
Oh, that's a great swing over there from Thurman. There's really no defense for that. As you see, it just goes out of bounds. Lauren and Marta couldn't have jumped up and touched it even if they wanted to.
At this juncture in the match, that's not one that Tulsa wants any part of challenging. They've already used one. It was unsuccessful, so you don't want to burn one right here.
No, but there goes Tati to get the point right back for TU. She is just a force to be reckoned with. She's only gotten better since she transferred here last year, and her offensive abilities are huge for TU.
Hip back setting for Brown. Able to find the opening.
What a good shot selection for Brown she's displaying. Just shows that that tip right over the block, like she's not a one-dimensional hitter at all. She's got a bunch of tools to her toolbox. Great serve from Marta there. That drop serve is huge. That just continues to show her leadership and ability, not just as a libero, but just in every aspect of her game.
That's a great shot right there of that ball, how it just knuckles through the air.
Yeah, absolutely. I would not want to be back there passing that. Thank goodness I didn't have to do that too often.
Tucked inside the back line.
What a good rally that was. Both teams got their middles involved early on, and then Tatum Tornado just shows that she's got power on that outside attack. She's able to slide that ball right in between right back and middle back. Great spot for her.
kept alive. Picali with the dig. Thurman, what a swing that was.
What a swing. That ball was set so high up there, and they're just allowing Thurman to jump up and elevate and swing as hard as she can. Yeah, they're not even keeping tempo on that. She's just able to swing so hard to put the ball down. That left arm is really providing a lot of success for Arkansas here.
The ace for Weeks.
It's a great serve right in that corner.
Second on the team in service aces through the first 7 matches, Kylie Weeks.
She's coming in and playing that DS role, so she knows that serving is crucial for her, and she's doing a great job. My jinx is reigning true.
Tulsa the first to reach 15. After taking the first set, they're holding strong here in set number 2. Back for the back half after this.
Mama. I will protect you. I will protect all of you.
Don't wanna say goodbye.
The Wild Robot is the best animated movie of the year.
You are ordered to return home.
We have to help her.
I am already home, and I am a wild robot.
The Wild Robot, rated PG, in theaters September 27.
Ow! Who's that sexy thing I see over there? That's me, standing in the mirror. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. 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 I'd wanna be me too.
Josh Haley and Avery Kalsu back with you from inside the Reynolds Center. Well, can you even draw up a better first set and a half of volleyball?
No, absolutely not. This is incredible volleyball. Tulsa's really hanging in there with this great Arkansas team. I know both teams are definitely got some things to work on, but Tulsa should be really proud of the way that they're playing right now, hanging up with this national ranked team.
Yeah, perfect 7-0 are the Razorbacks. When Tulsa won the opening set, that's the first set Arkansas has lost in the month of September. They were a perfect 12-0. All sweeps so far here to start the second month of the season.
This is a great challenge for them, and Tulsa's really holding their own.
That one just out.
That swing out of bounds there is due to that Tulsa block. She just has nowhere else to go but right there. She doesn't want to get blocked by Ari and Yolana, and so she swings just right out of bounds. Brittany Bacorn with the ace, huge from the true freshman from Iowa. Again, with that drop serve that Marta had done earlier, she just drops one right back. This is a great angle. You can just see that serve drop, and that Arkansas back line has really nothing to do with it.
Well, Tulsa forcing the timeout as they take a 4-point lead. And the newcomer, Brittany Bacorn, the freshman, as you said, from Iowa, little bitty town of Knoxville. I don't know a lot about small towns, but that's one I can say I've been to, and it is a magical place, most widely known for being the most famous dirt track in the world and the home of the Knoxville Nationals. But apparently they produce pretty good softball player or volleyball players as well, as is the case with Brittany Bacorn. And Coach Trey Matowski's been extremely pleased with the production from this freshman already.
Oh yeah, Brittany comes in with a lot of experience from her club team, but she also was an incredible athlete in other sports as well. I know she played on the basketball team and did a little bit of track too, and so her athleticism is huge for this TU team. She's bringing a lot of experience, even just as a young freshman.
Well, Lauren Ramatowski said the keys for her coming into this match would be to serve aggressively, but to the right people. Expand on that for us, Avery. What's she talking about?
Oh, yeah. Pretty much, I think Coach Ram just means not serving at Courtney Jackson. Oh, yeah. And so Courtney Jackson just back there is so dynamic. She's all over that back row. And so I think Coach Ram is just trying to get maybe those outsides to pass a little bit more balls and put more pressure on them, because they're having to do a lot right now for Arkansas, filling in a lot of big shoes from last season, too.
Coming out of the first called timeout of this set. Thurman pushes that over. Back row attack
Good
there.
dig.
Jackson up to the challenge.
Good read by Brittany there. Oh. Unlucky, just long for Yolanda. That's a great swing. A good defensive effort on both sides of the ball there, but just a little long.
Lo Jones back to serve for Arkansas. Now the other key for Coach Ramatowski in this match was to stay in system. How would you rate Tulsa in doing that so far through a set and a half?
To me, Tulsa's been passing great. Honestly, as good as you can against this Arkansas team. And so they're allowed, just like that play right there, to stay in system. Ari Mongari, Ariana believes she got a touch on that ball for sure. They aren't going to challenge it, but what a great pass from Lauren to have all three hitters as an option.
Now that serve from Jones is something nasty. Caused some confusion there, and we talked about it earlier. She had a service error in the first set. She shook it off like nothing happened at all, and it's showing here. There's a special calmness about the underclassman from Carl Junction, Missouri.
Oh, for sure, and she's a setter too, and so you know she has a lot of experience and a lot of calmness about her, and I'm sure she's a great leader as well.
No question about that.
What a great pass from Lauren Eitler in the back row there. She laid out for that ball and still had a nearly perfect pass, which is great. It's exactly what TU needs to close out this set here.
Now, this series dates back to Tulsa's inaugural season in 1976. Arkansas leads the all-time slate 10-5 and have won 5 straight. But Tulsa off to a storybook start. And you're playing a top 25 team who was a national quarterfinalist for a year ago, and you haven't had to call a timeout yet, and you're almost through 2 sets. That's pretty much how you know things are going your way.
Oh, yeah. It's speaking volumes to Ram's preparation for this game and the girls' preparation, too. They came in really confident, and it's really showing here early on.
And out of play, Tulsa siding out, pushes the lead back up to 3. Now, there's enough pressure, I feel, on student athletes for any match, but knowing that Coach Ram is coaching against one of her mentors and great friends, is there any extra little pride that the players take in saying, we really want this one for our coach?
Oh, absolutely. I know the girls were talking about it before. It was a huge point of emphasis for us last year whenever we played Arkansas. It's a big game for Ram, and the girls love Ram, and so they're looking for any way that they can to continue to make her proud, and I know this is a big one for her and Jason. I know that as well.
That one off the antenna, point for TU.
A couple unforced errors here for Arkansas. Not what you want to see whenever Tulsa's so close to finishing out the match.
Arkansas using their final timeout. It's a busy weekend in fall sports for obvious reasons, and especially busy here in the sport of volleyball as well. One match taking place here this afternoon before this match, and then we've got 3 games tomorrow. Stephen F. Austin and Tulsa will start off the day at 11 a.m. This Arkansas team will take on the Lumberjacks at 4, and then we'll have the coverage for you of Oklahoma versus TU at 6:30. The two SEC teams not facing off against each other for obvious reasons in this invitational, but this is a jam-packed field, and it's kind of that early season measuring stick, would you say, of you're playing really quality softball teams or volleyball teams, and so you're kind of figuring out, okay, where are we actually and where we want to be.
For sure, SFA is a great competitor. They normally win their conference, and last year made the NCAA tournament, have a great head coach there, and have just a history of being successful. So all 3 games for Tulsa this weekend are huge, and just all games this weekend are huge for all teams.
All right, Razorbacks out of timeouts now. Tulsa looking to close out set number 2 and take a 2-0 lead. Eitler with a big swing.
It's a great swing from Eitler, and an even better dig back there from Reagan Pendleton. I think she's at 7 digs now, or 5 digs now, which is an incredible mark as a DS. She's really come in and made a big difference.
Ace.
An ace from Ori Mongari. You can just see she is a middle by nature, I guess, but we always said she could play any position that she wanted to. She's just a great all-around player.
Off the hands, that's Eitler again from the left pin.
Yeah, and again, Mongari just setting her up perfectly, like what I just said earlier. She could play any position she wanted, so adding another assist to her stat line is incredible, but not a surprise to anyone that knows her.
Set point, and a big lead to go along with it. Tough play as that came over the net, and Hannah Hogue knew right what to do with it. Just sent it right back over.
Oh yeah, that's just a little bit of a miscommunication play there by TU, but Hannah Hogue knew exactly how to handle it, and those are plays that you know you have to have, especially whenever you're at game point for TU here.
A service error will put an end to the second set. Tulsa, after an impressive opening set win, they run away with set number 2, going on a 6-1 run to close it out. Arkansas will try to hit the reset button. Tulsa trying to hand the Razorbacks their first loss of the year.
Mama. I will protect you. I will protect all of you.
Don't wanna say goodbye.
The Wild Robot is the best animated movie of the year.
You are ordered to return home.
We have to help her.
I am already home, and I am a wild robot.
The Wild Robot, rated PG, in theaters September 27th.
Ow! Who's that sexy thing I see over there? That's me, standing in the mirror. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. 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 I'd wanna be me too.
The University of Tulsa is home to the most National Merit Scholars per capita in the nation. Want to know why?
With Tulsa's 9-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio, you're a name, not just a face.
When it comes to medical school, we get in at twice the national average.
Tulsa is in the nation's top 10 engineering schools, and we solve tomorrow's problems today.
Start your journey at the University of Tulsa.
There is only one way to win. It doesn't have shortcuts. It's a spirit to outwork, outsmart, and outlast the competition.
Catch me if you can.
It demands boldness, grit, and guts. It says we can, and we will. It's what separates us from the rest. There's only one way to greatness, and that's the American way.
back inside of the Reynolds Center. Tulsa, a statement through the first 2 sets. They lead this match 2-0 over unbeaten and 22nd ranked Arkansas. Josh Haley and Avery Kalsu, glad to have you with us as we look at some of our highlights through the first 2 sets. One bright spot for Arkansas, though, Romani Thurman with that strong left arm.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. She's just been a huge weapon for them on that right side. Tulsa hasn't really found a way to defend her well yet, but she's really the only one that's really gotten going for Arkansas. So I know TU is proud of that.
Well, for the Golden Hurricane, they have gotten a big match so far from the veteran Rachel Brown.
Oh, yeah, she's just been, I mean, a powerhouse on all sides of the ball. Defensively, offensively, she's just been really huge for them.
And for Tatiana Johnson, she's come up big in multiple areas as well. A lot of defense early on.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The other thing that I love about Tatiana Johnson is she's the first person to celebrate her teammates. She is one of the biggest celebrators and one of the biggest fans, and it's just huge. Her energy is amazing for this team.
4 blocks for Johnson to lead the way. And, you know, this was a player that had a lot of experience, transferred in last year from Lamar, a Dallas native, but it didn't seem like it took her long to kind of get acclimated with this program and play a key role. And you look at those numbers through the first 2 sets. Tulsa limiting the Hogs to just 104.
Yeah, that's been huge. Arkansas really has only been able to get their right side going. I know they've got to get maybe their outsides going this set too. Their middles as well. But that Romani Thurman can only carry so much of the weight on her shoulders. So I know Coach Jason is definitely looking to get somebody else involved here.
Well, for Arkansas, they came in top 40 in the nation in hitting percentage, 264 on the year, and held to less than half of that. But for Tulsa, it really just follows suit. 13th in the country in opponent hitting percentage, 126 through the first 7 matches. That is an eye-popping number.
That is a great number, and I think it just speaks volumes to the TU block, but then also the TU back line. I know they spent a lot of time in the offseason this spring working on that, and it's really showing up here for them early on this season. They've been played, this is their 8th match now, and they've just played really great through all 8 of these matches so far. I'm excited to see how this conference play ends up rolling out for them.
Well, if you're Tulsa right now, how do you kind of just really harness the emotions of how well everything has gone, but keep everything in perspective and in check right now?
You got to take a deep breath and realize that now the score is 0-0. Yeah, you're up 2-0, but you got to win 3 sets to win a volleyball game, and this one can tend to be the hardest. And the last thing that you want to do in a volleyball game is get reverse swept. So I know TU is definitely thinking about that here.
Well, I don't think there's a coach in the nation that talks about more of how momentum is not a thing, especially in this sport. And Jason Watson embraces that. His players embrace that too. And what that means is that it doesn't matter that they've lost the first 2 sets. They have truly hit the reset button. If there's anybody that can erase that from their players' minds, it's Coach Watson.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And just looking at the faces of these Arkansas players, they don't look stressed at all. They look confident and collected here. So I'm interested to see how they come out here in this 3rd set.
Braden Hipp will get us underway. Big swing, what a dig initially by Pakali, but it comes down. Just too much power that time.
That was a great up by Marta. Just unlucky that Tatum could not get around her to get that ball up again, but what a great swing there from the outside. And what I said earlier, they're already getting their outsides going here, which is huge for Arkansas.
And after that swing, they might want to get Olivia Huey involved just a little bit more.
For sure.
That's her 3rd kill. Finding the opposite corner. Oh, wave it off. Net violation against Tulsa. Take another look.
Oh, on Tatiana Johnson. What an unlucky break there. I thought she kind of got that back line before the ball hit, but I think her jersey and her and her stomach might have hit that net there.
Johnson puts that down.
It's great to see her get the ball right back there. I know she's a competitor, and so for Braden Hipp to get the ball right there and allow her to get a kill after that error is huge. And I know she probably told Braden to set her there as well.
knocked around, and it finds a home on Tulsa's side.
Athletic play from Johnson there to try to get it, but again, that ball just ricochets right through that block. Unlucky there for TU, but a big play from this Arkansas outside who's finding success early here in the third set.
Both of the teams coming into this weekend on the heels of some really dominant volleyball being played. Tulsa had won 5 straight, only dropping 2 sets in that span. Rachel Brown from the right side.
What a great swing from Rachel. Just continuing to show us that she is here and ready to play. And Tatiana early on in the rally covering herself and just setting Rachel up perfectly. Those are just 2 players that are pulling up huge for TU tonight. Good rally here, good defense on both sides. Good defense there. Oh, good hustle from the All-American.
My goodness.
Goodness, really laying herself out on the line here. I hope she's okay.
That's why they keep patting on the poles. Watch this from Hogue. Oh my goodness.
Unfortunate, but look at her. She pops right back up, just showing how tough she is. What a great player and great leader she is for Arkansas. Tough serve from TU, able to get a free ball out of it. There she goes, finding another way to get through that block for Arkansas. Rachel's just finding a way. Here she goes, just using her elevation here to just wiggle that one through. A little miscommunication there for Arkansas, but TU takes advantage.
Remember one of her teammates saying, you know, you can pretty much bank on at least once a match Rachel Brown is going to have a highlight reel type of play. She's had a handful of them so far tonight.
Oh, for sure. Even in practice, every day we would look for something huge from Rachel, and every day she executed almost every single time. She's just an incredible player, but also just an incredible person. A good swing there to land for Olivia Hui. She's finding success here early on. A lot of these through the blocks at TU, so I'll look for her to keep doing that. There Arkansas goes. That's a huge block from Ncaa there, shutting down Rachel Brown. Just gets up there and over and early. Rachel really had nothing to do with that one. She just put it right back down.
Hard serve, but into the net. Allows Tulsa to side out.
Good break for TU. That's a good rally for that's a good rotation for Arkansas, so they're happy to see that one end early.
As a setter, when things haven't necessarily gone your way early in the match, like has been the case for Arkansas offensively, as a setter, how much are you relying on what you've seen play out through the first 2, you know, for what adjustments you're making, or is it more rotational and you're just picking your spots?
I think for Hannah Hogue here, she's probably just wanting to take a deep breath and get her hitters the best opportunity. She wants them to feel confident, and so she's probably not letting them try to think about what's happened in the previous sets, and she wants them to go in with a clear mind. And just continually wants to put the best ball up for them to have the most success possible. The most important thing she can do now, though, is not overdo it. She needs to just trust and stay calm and collected, and that's what she's doing here. She's a great leader here for this Arkansas team, an All-American who just brings a lot of experience. Good pass, way to handle that serve. The Arkansas middles are struggling here just a little bit. I know they'd like to see them get going, but I think Pettis is hitting here in the negatives, so I know she's looking to get out of that hole a little bit.
Very uncharacteristic for her. You know that she's gonna hit the right spot eventually.
Oh, for sure.
Madkin that time.
It's a good swing. TU's kind of softened up a little bit on that block and allowing a lot of their outside attacks for Arkansas to just kind of squeeze right through them. I bet TU is trying to focus on holding those hands low and tight over the net in order to prevent those from happening. Great swing from Hannah Hogue. Again, that's her second swing of the match. As a setter, you're pumped about those, and she did a great job putting that ball down. It was a great serve, too, that started it off. A little miscommunication, but Hannah Hogue said she'll take care of it. Little low set there, but good play over the net.
Big swing there from Madkin, puts another one down. Going back to that last kill, though, by Hogue, one play earlier, that was something that you seemed to master in your career as a setter, of when to choose your spot of, hey, I'm going to attack here.
Oh, for sure. I'm one of the most competitive people I know, and so anytime I could swing, I was probably jumping up and down to do so. Even convinced my coach there one year to let me swing, so.
Golden Hurricane able to keep this alive. Free ball. Hogue right down the middle. Zoe Evans.
Yeah, great swing from Evans there. She just elevates. And a great dig from Courtney Jackson with that one arm. Just those plays you don't even notice, and then allowing Zoe Evans to come in there and just clean it up, put the ball right down. It's a great play for Arkansas.
Courtney Jackson crossing over 1,400 career digs earlier tonight. Continues to climb up the Arkansas record books. Going right back to the same play, but that time it just sailed long.
Zoe Evans just having a little bit of a little unluckiness there tonight, but she'll find it. She just found it on the play before. That one was just out of bounds. Marty uses her veteran ability to just know that one was just going right outside of her. Good block there from TU. Another one. Great job from TU there to shut down the Arkansas outside Madkin. That first one comes back a little high, and then the second one, they left no doubt that that one was going to go straight to the ground. Courtney Jackson just couldn't quite get under it. Great dig from Brittany back there.
Finding the opening, precision over power that time from Madkin.
That was a great shot selection there. Madkin had a couple great swings down the line and kind of caught Brittany back there, and then allowing herself to just drop one right in front of her. That's a great play from just the redshirt freshman, Madkin. That's a great swing from Mongari. I'm excited to see her get involved offensively. That's just a great swing. Nothing really Hannah Hogue could do with it. Just so much power right at her chest. Not much Arkansas defense could do.
Another free ball.
TU handles that one. Good defense from Bacorn. Unlucky that that one falls on the TU side, but a good play from Arkansas, getting Romani back in the action there. Courtney Jackson with the assist on that one.
When you look at what these two teams lost from a year ago, Arkansas losing 2 All-Americans, Tulsa losing 1 in Kaylee Cassidy, and yet the success that these two programs are having so far here in 2024, true testament to the culture.
Oh yeah, true testament to the culture and the coaching staff of both teams. The Hurricanes are just allowing more people in their offense to get involved, and the Razorbacks are just showing their depth here, and just their great coaching from both sides is really crucial.
One thing Lauren Ramatowski told us this week, she said, yes, of course, they are missing 2 of the best outside hitters in the nation from a year ago, but when your first 2 touches are as elite as Courtney Jackson and Hannah Hogue, you're still in pretty good shape.
Yeah, huge block there for Arkansas. I know Coach Jason doesn't talk about momentum, but that is a big momentum play for them. A great play up at the net. You can just see the emotion on their faces. Those girls are pumped and ready to compete. It's exciting to see.
Big block at the net.
And TU puts one right back. Tatiana Johnson, again, huge player for the TU player. You can just see how high she gets over the net. I mean, her face is nearly over the net there. And she just, again, like, puts the ball right back down. Extremely impressive athlete, but an also extremely impressive volleyball player.
I think we were one Arkansas point away from Tulsa being forced to call their first timeout of this match. And it feels like if Arkansas could get them to do that, then it would just be a huge moment in this match. And yet, right on the cusp of it, Tulsa able to right the ship, at least for the moment.
Yeah. TU just keeps finding a way, but so does Romani Thurman. Goodness. That tool swing off on the right side is so hard to defend, and I know it's frustrating for the TU defense, but she just finds a way to get it right on Eitler's left arm there and just find a way to get it out of bounds.
Callie with the dig.
A dig again from Bacali. What a rally this is.
Hui, did she get a piece of the fingertips? No.
No, they do not think so.
We might see this challenge. Jason Watson's got the card in hand.
Oh, there it goes, right off. I can never really tell. Oh, he does call the challenge here. Okay.
There you go, first challenge of the match.
First challenge.
For Arkansas. We did see one from Tulsa in the first set that was unsuccessful. Call was not overturned. This is a huge, huge moment in this match overall, with Tulsa leading 2-0 in the outcome of this play. And for Tulsa, meanwhile, maybe it's a chance to use it as kind of a mini timeout and talk about some things without having to call a timeout themselves.
Oh yeah, that is a bonus too to the challenge rule. Is sometimes you have challenges left over in these late sets, and they're kind of nice to use as an additional timeout. And so here's another look at the swing. I think it, you know, it's really hard to tell. I'm really not sure. It's for sure out of bounds. I do know that, but I just don't know if it hits maybe the tip of the finger of Tatiana or Lauren. It's hard to tell. I would not want to be making this call. I'll be the first to say it.
When your hands are at the net, were there times when it was going so fast and it clipped just the most minuscule part of the finger where you don't even feel it?
Oh yeah, and also it's one of the most frustrating things whenever it does clip that middle finger, because you're like, gosh, I know I touched it, but I hope they didn't see it. I mean, I got really good at that poker face for sure, and a lot of lying and turning around, looking at my teammates immediately, but I know that the girls on both sides of the net here do that fairly well.
Well, the American Cross Country Championships will take place Saturday, November 2nd at L.W. Clapp Park in Wichita, Kansas. Men's race begins at 10:15 a.m. Eastern, while the women's race begins at 11 a.m. Eastern. You can watch all the action on ESPN+. The fall's a fun time of year, isn't it? And being around both of these universities, one thing I commonly see is student athletes from one sport really showing out to support all of the other sports, even when they're in season themselves.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's a huge thing TU pushes. It's a smaller school, but they take advantage of that in the athletic community. We really encourage people to get out there and get involved.
See some big ranked matches coming up for Tulsa in the near future. And there you go. Call overturned, and immediate timeout. 15-12. Razorbacks with the slim lead here in set 3.
Do you need assistance?
The Wild Robot is the greatest DreamWorks movie ever.
Did anyone order me?
It's not just the best animated movie of the year.
Do you need assistance?
It's one of the best movies, period.
I will protect you.
The Wild Robot. Rated PG. In theaters September 27th.
Thing I see over there, that's me standing in the mirror. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. 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 I'd wanna be me too.
Back in the Reynolds Center, set 3 is tight right now. And this is a matchup between some great friends. There's Jason Watson, Arkansas coach on the left, Tulsa coach Lauren Ramatowski in the middle. She was an assistant coach, remember, at Arkansas in 2020 and 21. And then Susie Fritz, who was the head coach at Kansas State when Ramatowski was an assistant there. And then Fritz last year was an assistant at Arkansas. And so the relationship for Ramatowski and Watson since she left Arkansas has been very tight. She calls on him. They talk very frequently, and he's been a great mentor to her, and the feeling is so mutual. Jason Watson could not say enough good things about his former assistant. Another big swing from Thurman.
That is a great swing there. TU is kind of struggling a little bit here in serve receive. They've been stuck in this rotation here for a little, so I know they're going to look for a way to get out of this one quickly. Good play by Courtney Jackson to keep this play alive.
Brown and Johnson.
None other than those two. Those two are just coming up huge for TU here. Just a big play. Look at that. I would not want to be swinging over that block for sure. Tatiana Johnson just gets such a good hold of that one and puts it right back to the floor. Great dig from Lauren Eitler in the back row there.
There's Jackson to keep it alive. This time setting, and a big swing from the left pin coming from Olivia Hui.
She's coming up big for Arkansas right now. She's doing a lot more. She's carrying a bigger role tonight than she has in the past, but she's really doing it well here in this third set.
7 kills now for Hui. Largest lead of the match for the Razorbacks. And again, talking about how this program is unfazed by these moments. There's a timeout called by Tulsa. That's the first timeout they have called in this match. But just to expand, you know, Jason Watson, he's not the type of coach. He doesn't love the spotlight. He doesn't want the camera on him. But with all the success he's had, there are so many people that want to learn from him. He was asked to speak this year at the AVCA convention. And the topic that he co-presented with, mental strength tools for high performance in crunch time. These are his type of moments and the types of moments his program is prepared for.
For sure. Just talking to him the other day, listening to what he has to say about it was one of the coolest things I've heard come out of a coach's mouth. Honestly, he just sounds so knowledgeable about the subject. and he talks to his girls a lot about staying present in the moment and not thinking about the past and not thinking about the future and just staying present in the moment that they're in. And you can see that really directly correlate into this third set here for Arkansas. They've just kind of stayed present and stayed level-headed here, done a really great job.
Former head coach at BYU and Arizona State, now in his 9th year with the Razorbacks. You know, and a few years ago, I remember him saying that he challenged his team with this idea that if they can just get one more good pass per set, one more kill, one less hitting error, that takes you kind of over the hump in so many situations.
For sure. I mean, volleyball comes down to just maybe 1 or 2 points every set, and so having that mindset is huge, and it's obviously paid off for him. He's had tremendous success here at Arkansas.
Time Tulsa getting good touch at the net. Sure. Slow that attack down.
Big play in the back row for Arkansas.
Louis trying to go for that downward angle, but into the net.
That was a great rally. Lots of great defense on both sides. Tough to see it in like that, but I know T is happy to catch a break and get out of that rotation.
And Tulsa needs a big run right now. And few better than Picali behind the serve line to try to make that happen. Great dig there from the veteran. Nice pancake on the Arkansas side from Jones.
A great swing from Huey. That is one that's really tough to defend as well. We call that a tool off the block. But an even almost more impressive dig from Marta early on in that rally, but just unlucky that Arkansas catches it here. And incredible pancake too. Just a really good defensive effort from both sides right now.
Up tempo, looking for that back corner and just sailed long.
Unlucky here for TU. They're kind of struggling a little bit here to find their offensive rhythm. Arkansas's really kind of settling in here, so I'll look to see how TU responds. I know they want to get out of this rotation too quick.
10th service error of the match for the Razorbacks. Hitting percentage for Tulsa this match under 100 right now. Arkansas upping the bar a little bit, hitting 186 here in the third.
TU still holding them to that low number. Definitely what they want to see. Just maybe need to convert a little bit more on offense.
Out of play. Bacorn will continue to serve.
That's exactly what she needs to do. She gave a tough serve right to that outside. The setter only had one option there, and the outside just couldn't find a way to put it in the court. That's exactly what Brittany needs to do here too.
Overpass, sent right back down. Nice dig from Jones. Picali laying out to keep it alive. So does Eitler. What a save.
Let's see if TU can terminate here. Just out of bounds by Tatum, but a good idea. A lot of things to be proud of for TU right now. They need to stay here, stay calm, and not get flustered. They had a lot of good plays. The great dig by Marta there. Lauren Eitler laying out. You can just tell how much this game means to them.
That sails out of play. You know, going back to that last scramble, I can only imagine how nerve-wracking it must be for coaches, but come on, as a player, are you having more fun than during those scrambles laying out like that?
No, those were always the best. And even whenever you lose the point, you still feel really proud of yourself. And I remember we would go back and watch the games afterwards and always send those plays back and forth to each other. They're always fun to talk about.
Finesse off speed right there that just sailed over the line.
Just out of bounds. That's a great idea, though. She came inside there, and typically that spot right behind the block, more towards the sideline, is going to be open. So I like that shot. Just a little unlucky, probably a hair out of bounds there. Good touch there from Madkin. Let's see how TU handles this free ball.
Smidlova was able to get the fingertips there.
That's a great swing from Yolana. Again, that's pretty an undefendable swing. She just elevates so high over that block and just is able to clip the fingers of Madkin. Those are the most frustrating to block as well, I may say. Good dig from Pendleton back there.
Down the line.
It's a good swing by Madkin, good shot selection. A couple plays before, I saw Hannah Ho kind of look over at her and tell her to slow down a little bit. They're kind of slowing her tempo down so she can find some of those open shots. Again, that ball lands perfectly right on the line. Couldn't have drawn it up better, honestly.
What a shot. Redshirt freshman from Clinton, Mississippi. Big hands at the net. Evans right there with Thurman.
It's a great block and just showing Zoe Evans with that SEC Defensive Player of the Week just right there. You can see she's just somebody that I would not want to hit around myself. Great dig from Hannah Hogue in the back row. Another great dig from Brittany. Those are two setters playing great defense.
Oh, again, tremendous body control in the air to stay out of the net.
So impressive the way she was able to move her body in order to keep herself out and secure that point and the set for the Razorbacks. Big play for them.
Arkansas comes back with a big response, dominating win in set 3. Stay in this match. Both teams want this one badly on a hot streak. Somebody's got to come out on the winning end. Back for set 4 after this.
Do you need assistance?
The Wild Robot is the greatest DreamWorks movie ever.
Did anyone order me?
It's not just the best animated movie of the year.
Do you need assistance? Protect you.
The Wild Robot. Rated PG. In theaters September 27th.
Here we go for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Welcome back to the game here. As you see, just some highlights here from Romani Thurman. She is just a stud here with that left arm, finding a lot of success off the block for TU. And then now in this third set, Hannah Huey's kind of come back alive, and Zoe Evans too. The Arkansas Razorbacks definitely found their groove here in the third set. A lot to be proud of in that last set and a lot to build on for this fourth set coming up. They got a lot to do in order to make up for that 2-0 deficit that they found themselves in.
Yeah, you see the hitting percentage number still low, but Arkansas was much better in that third set. But still, 23 attack errors for the match. That's definitely something that they're going to want to clean up. But you got to give credit to Tulsa in that regard too. They really made a statement at the net early on in this match, and that definitely helps lead to some of those attack errors, right?
Oh, for sure. TU had such a big presence early on that Arkansas was getting creative with some of their shot selection and just kind of missing them barely out of bounds or barely off the hands. I know that they made a big adjustment there in that third set, and so I'll be interested to see if they can continue that adjustment here or if TU can find a way to build up around that.
Arkansas coming in a perfect 7-0 on the year, had not lost a set in their last 4 matches. Tulsa winning the first 2. Courtney Jackson to serve. Jason Watson talking about Courtney Jackson, saying, you know, you're lucky to get a good libero, but it's hard to find one that excels in all 3 areas, being serve, pass, and defense, and she's doing all 3 at such a really high level and for long periods of time.
She's a huge key to their success, and it's been very clear and evident tonight that she is pretty dominant at that role. She's just been a huge force for them. Again, there she is with that dig. Just amazing plays that honestly don't always get the recognition they deserve. Good dig there from Beth Bayless, too.
Up tempo in the middle. Hip setting for Johnson.
That was a big play. I think Hip and Johnson have kind of had a little miscommunication here early on, a couple low sets, but great plays on on the defensive side for both sides. What a good rally that was.
Deflection.
Huey right off the fingertips of Rachel Brown there. That's a great swing. Again, her shot selection has been great ever since that third set came around. So looking for TU to kind of make an adjustment on that block there.
Kylie Weeks back to serve as one of the 2 Arkansas aces tonight. Great read that time by Hip, playing that off the net to keep it up.
Sure, those were always the hardest to play and definitely the most frustrating. Good swing by Rachel Brown, but great pickup by Jackson. And Tatiana Johnson to finish that play. What a great block that was. That was a solo block for her.
That up-tempo play that she scored on just moments ago, and she was ready that time for a little bit faster of a pace from the Razorbacks.
For sure, she's shutting those middles down.
Knuckles out of play.
Just out of bounds there for Pacali, but a good idea to serve at that outside hitter. I know that's got to be a point of emphasis for them. It's getting that outside to carry a little bit more of the load. Great swing from Rachel Brown, a tool. You don't often see her pull that one out of her toolbox, but there she goes, right on that one, right off the hands of Huey, right out of bounds. That's a great swing.
Brown, the senior out of League City, Texas.
Good serve there from Bacorn. Out of system for Arkansas. That is exactly what TU needs to do in this match, is keep the pressure on the outsides, allowing them, or forcing them to have to make the pass and then have to make the swing as well. Another great serve from Bacorn. And that time, Huey really takes care of it. There was a little hole in the block there for TU, and she just really takes advantage of it. That was a great swing for her. Quick pass, but she just elevates and finds that hole perfectly. Exactly what you want to see from your outside.
Second player in double-digit kills. That's 10 for her. Romani Thurman leads the way with 15, but more importantly, doing it at such a high clip at 3:06 for Thurman.
A great shot from Mongari there to just recognize that that outside hadn't pulled off the net there. It's a great tip for sure from her, just showing her high volleyball IQ. There she goes, just right with that little touch.
Off the hands that time with a big head of steam coming forward.
Unlucky, but that is a great swing from Pettis. She has mastered that. She's done that a couple times this match on Lauren, and so I know Eitler's probably looking to make a change, but that's a great swing and a really good volleyball IQ there from Pettis. Good pass from Eitler, though, right out of that. Great set from Brittany Bacorn there, pushing that nearly all the way across the net, or across the court.
Net violation called against Eitler or double contact?
I think it's a net violation called against Mongari, maybe. I didn't see her touch the net, but oftentimes as a player, it's hard to tell if you touched it or not. I guess we'll get a replay here. You know, I'm not sure with that angle. I guess we'll see here. Ooh. I'm not sure if she touched it.
It certainly didn't seem so from that view.
Did not. I thought it was the ball. I remember I got called for one of those, and I swore that I didn't touch it, made my coach challenge, and I ended up losing it. So that was the last time I ever argued that one. But I know Mongari has very high volleyball IQ, and she seemed confident that she did not touch the net there. Here's another angle. It does not appear that Mongari touches it, but I don't know, maybe that left hand, it's just not a super clear camera angle, so.
That's really hard to tell, and keep in mind, you need conclusive evidence to overturn. That's going to be the difficult part here. Tulsa lost a challenge in the first set. Well, the review is complete now. They're just passing along the word of what the result is.
Oh, let's see.
Talking to the net official right there on the mic to relay the call to him.
Wow, call reversed.
There you go.
Big play for TU. I know Ari is really pumped about that one. It's always a good feeling whenever you make your coach challenge and it ends up being successful. So.
It seems pretty clear that there's nothing with the right hand for sure. The left hand comes down a little bit lower, but it certainly looks like she pulled it back before touching the tape.
Yeah, there does not look like there's much net movement, and if so, maybe from the ball from earlier on in the rally, but I do not, Mongari clearly did not touch the ball to me in that point there.
Jason Watson still kind of asking for clarification. Thought for a moment Hannah Hogue was going to be sent over to talk to the net official, but I think it was more so just a look, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was just a look. I think they got that unspoken setter coach connection there for sure.
The intense stare that Hogue has, I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of any stare.
No, absolutely not. She's just a great leader. She probably, it seems to be like a lot is said from her with her eyes. She doesn't always sound like the loudest on the court, but man, she sure does demand it.
Well, she answered back right there with her 31st assist of the match, and now she'll serve. It's a good one, but Eitler able to handle it. And Smidlova, did she get across the line?
Yep.
Indeed.
Here she did.
Trying to slow down the momentum there and that tip over.
Unlucky fall there. Little tight set, but yeah, she can see very clearly she went under the net there. Good call from the down ref. Great serve from Hannah Hogue. Keeping the pressure on TU to continue to pass well back there, and she's just really bringing it on the service line.
There's few that are more clutch than Hannah Hogue. Led Southside High School in Arkansas to 3 straight state title games. Last year against #1 Wisconsin, had a career high 57 assists.
She's an incredible player, one that I definitely don't miss playing against, but I really enjoy watching play.
Down the line, Lauren Eitler.
It's a great swing from Eitler. She's got every shot you could possibly imagine. She just elevates up there and hits it right off the edge of the hand of Romani Thurman. Does a great job. A little off the net with that set there from Pacali, and Lauren just barely misses that one right out of bounds. That's a good shot, just kind of unlucky it didn't fall her way. Yeah, just barely out of bounds there. Good idea, though. That's a great shot in that deep corner. Great pass from Pacali.
Another big swing from Romani Thurman. It's been consistent all night.
Oh yeah, for sure. They are just hanging that ball up there too. They've got really no tempo behind on Hannah Hogue's set, and they're just letting Romani Thurman jump up and use her speed, athleticism, and power. She's really showing off her skills here tonight.
Match high 37 attacks, hitting .324.
Wow. Good touch off the block there for Arkansas. Let's see what they can do here. Again, Thurman. Just an incredible player. Not much TU can do about that right now. That was a little bit more in tempo, and there she just finds the hands of Tatiana Johnson without being pressed over. Big play for her.
Timeout taken by Tulsa. Arkansas on a 3-0 scoring run, looking to even up this match. Off to a good start here in set number 4.
Do you require shelter? Your inefficient participation will slow the process. Just this once.
Birds of a feather, we should stick together.
Home? Home.
The Wild Robot. Rated PG. In theaters September 27th.
Who's that sexy thing I see over there? That's me, standing in the mirror. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. 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 I'd wanna be me too.
Oh, what a great match this has been so far. Who knows what kind of finish we're in. It might not be anywhere in the near future either. Arkansas right now in control in set 4, trying to even up this match. Up tempo in the middle.
Great dig from Hannah Hogue. Good offensive from Tulsa, just unlucky it can't fall. Let's see if they can convert here.
And back-to-back times. There hasn't been a whole lot of answer for that quick right in the middle, but Arkansas had the answer on both occasions.
Oh yeah, Arkansas is kind of figuring it out there. Zoe Evans just huge on that block, just kind of late there a little bit, but just quickly gets her hands over the net and just puts it right back. Nothing Tati could really do for that one, but let's look to see if TU can change something up here for that set.
It's impressive to watch Thurman climb the ladder.
Extremely impressive. She's a remarkable athlete. It's even cooler to see her up close here, but man, she is just elevating so high and showing so much power.
Eidler, nice swing off the hands.
TU really needed that one. What a good play by Eidler to just know that they needed that point. That was a big point. Great swing, tooling the block. Eidler is really, really good at that. One of the most frustrating things would be in practice watching her do that over and over again.
Well, you gotta love the balance right now for Tulsa. 6 different players with at least 3 kills. Nobody with more than 8. It is everybody playing their role so far tonight.
For sure, and it's so funny to see Arkansas, who's just putting a lot of pressure on Thurman here to perform, but TU kind of has all different players showing their skills and toolbox. And again, Rachel Brown here with a great swing again, right off the outside's hands. Nothing they can really do about that. She was a little early, but Rachel just jumped so high. She makes everybody look like they're early.
Lauren Ermitowski talking to us about, you know, we've got a lot of returning players, but everybody's role is enhanced now. It's their time. That's the conversation we have with them consistently. They've answered the call tonight. Here's Hip. And out of bounds. Tooling the block, Beth Bayless.
That was her first action of the night and her first swing, and is a kill. So that's a great sign for Bayless. She came in and makes an immediate impact. That's a great swing from her. Such a good teammate and such a good leader. Always really admired Beth.
Hometown girl out of right here in Tulsa, transferred from OU. She'll be playing against her former team tomorrow night. And a 3-0 scoring run here for the Golden Hurricane. Thurman. She's been the security blanket.
They've just got no answer for her right now. No way to stop her. TU's got to figure out a way to kind of get her to slow down. I think Thurman's match high is 19 kills, and so she's well on her way to getting that number back. A great swing from Rachel there, really using that outside block. That's a great swing on the right side. A great pass, too, from Eidler. She just really lays out for it perfectly. Leaves Braden able to set whoever she wants, and Rachel Brown just puts it away. Good serve from Bacali.
No tip that time.
No, thank goodness. They finally catch a break there with Thurman.
Deficit back to 2.
Dang. Thurman put a hole in the ground on that one. Not much TU could do there. She found a way to get outside of that block of Beth Bayless and just put one right in the ground. That's a great swing from her. Extremely impressive with a double block to do that.
And we talked about how impressive it is of how high she can get. But the level of consistency, I mean, 43 attacks now on the night for Thurman, and she appears like she's only getting stronger as the match goes on.
Seriously, it shows a lot to their strength staff for sure. She's just continuing to get better as this match goes on. Normally, teams will find a way to stop someone, but TU has no chance to stop Thurman at this rate.
could rally here. Good save by Beth Bayless.
And that comes down just in bounds.
That is a great play by Hannah Hogue. Such a high IQ play. Not just so much strength goes into that. Not a lot of people give that a lot of credit, but that is an extremely impressive play that not a lot of setters can make. That's her non-dominant hand pushing that ball nearly to the back line. Great play from a setter.
Do you still consider that a true dump over the net?
I do, yeah. You kind of train that one. It's not as typical to see, but I definitely still consider that typical dump.
When you're looking for those moments as a setter, are you picking that out, you know, what plays way before, like identifying those moments, or does it just happen?
No, honestly, if you decide to dump the ball, it's pretty much like a split-second decision. A lot of coaches say you got to decide as you're in the air setting if you're going to dump it or not, and see if the blocker jumps with you on the other side of the net. It's a really quick decision, and Hannah Hogue executed that one perfectly. Arkansas got a lucky break there, and dang, there she goes again. It's good for her to get more active. I think it'll open up that Arkansas side. She hasn't been active in much of this game so far, but her getting active will open up the hitters for Arkansas. That's a great swing from Mongari. A slower tempo to the middle that you don't often see, but Mongari can swing anywhere she pleases. She played outside hitter in high school and kind of adjusted the middle, and there you go. You can just see her high volleyball IQ and skill, just executed very well.
Hey, talking about the setter dumping the ball over the net, let's see how good your memory is here. How many of your kills were dump plays in that triple-double you had at Cincinnati a couple of years ago?
Well, that play at Cincinnati, luckily I had convinced my coach that I could hit, and so he let me hit that weekend, but I still think I had probably about 2 or 3 kills from dumps, but that was back whenever I convinced my old coach that I could swing on the right side. Luckily, he let me.
One of the true rare feats of this sport, a triple-double, but Avery Kalsu did it.
I did, but man, and whenever I see that stat still to this day, it's super impressive, but I'm just super grateful for my teammates there as well.
Avery Callum on the serve. Gets Tulsa out of system. Able to keep it alive.
Good run down there by TU. Let's see what Arkansas does with the free ball. They put it right down. Zoe Evans just showing her skill.
It's like we talked about earlier in the match. You expected the middles to kind of get going for Arkansas, and now you look up and Evans is hitting 385 tonight.
Wow, she really turned it around. That just shows a lot of her like veteran status. She didn't allow herself to get in her head and used Coach Jason's words of staying present. She's done a really good job of that tonight.
Good swing by Eitler.
Lots of play at the net here. Let's see what TU can do with this free ball.
They go up tempo and it pays off. Johnson with the kill.
There she goes. I would like to see the center set her just a little bit higher, but Tati always will find a way to put the ball down. She's a huge competitor, coming up big here for TU.
It seemed like she was really gaining confidence last year during the great run you and your teammates had to close out the season. Side out from Arkansas here.
But yeah, Tatiana really came alive in that second half of the season for us, and she was just dynamic through it all. And so I'm excited to see that correlate into this season as well with some new setters and some new faces. She's really carrying a good load here, but doing it in a great way. there Thurman goes. Man, there's just nothing you can really do there. I know Coach Ram must be frustrated with the success that she's having, but it seems to me like there's nothing they can really do about it right now.
Tulsa forced to take their final timeout, trailing by 4 as we come down the stretch here in set number 4. If you're just joining us, what a great match it's been. Tulsa came out of the gate firing, won the first 2 sets. Arkansas with a big answer, responded, convincing win in set 3. And they're trying to run away here with this 4th as their hitting percentage continues to climb. And it's been true consistency tonight from the sophomore Romani Thurman. Look at what's upcoming for us here on ESPN Family of Networks. Tomorrow, doubleheader for Tulsa. And you can catch all the action right here. Stephen F. Austin in the morning. Oklahoma and the Golden Hurricane will tip off at 6:30. Big in-state football matchup on Saturday on ESPN2. And the same goes for women's soccer, and you have a little bit of a personal interest in that soccer match on Sunday, right?
I do. My little sister plays soccer for OU. Ncaa, true freshman on the team, and so my whole family's coming in town. It's a whole family affair here, but we're pumped. I could not be more excited to see her, but also to see her team compete.
Anna Hogue.
Great swing there from Yolana. It all started though with the great pass from Marta. Just shows her true status there. She's able to handle that serve great there, and Brittany puts up a great ball for Yolana, and she just gets up there and swings. Yolana's got a lot of power, and you can really tell that. TU's going to look to close a couple more points in here. Once you hit 20, we normally say that you got to play pretty clean. You want to make no errors, or as few errors as possible.
Eiler off the hands.
That's a great swing, and I mean, she's, I think, done that 3 or 4 times in a row now. It's a great job. Here she goes. Just sees that block so well and just pulls it right down. My favorite thing, though, about Eitler is she's the first person to point to somebody else and give them the credit. She's just a servant heart and just really shows that off in the way that she plays every day.
Well, Tulsa cuts it to 2. Golden Hurricane have not led in this 4th set since it was 6-5. Arkansas had a lead by as many as 6. Now the last 2 points taken by the Golden Hurricane and trying to make a comeback here. Still 1 timeout remaining for Jason Watson's team. The success that they have built, really, really impressive. NCAA tournament team each of the last 2 years. They really got snubbed in 2021. They should have been a sure thing, but they have made it count the last couple of years, going to the NCAA quarterfinals last season. And for Tulsa, Lauren Ramatowski in her first year, leading Tulsa to an 18-15 record. We were talking about that late season fire that you and your teammates had. You won 5 consecutive matches, including the final 4 of the regular season. Just seemed like it was a freight train unstoppable at that point.
Oh yeah, for sure. She did a great job of preparing us for that last half of the season all year, and it was finally it started all to click just then. And so it's really exciting to see this carry over into this fall season. I'm really excited for them and cannot wait to see what the rest of the season will hold for them.
You, somebody who had 18 double-doubles a year ago, and how about this? Both the Tulsa setters tonight with double-doubles. That's got to make you proud.
That makes me so proud. There's nothing that I love more. Playing with Braden Hipp for 2 years was something that I really enjoyed and had a great privilege of. She's a great player, and so watching her continue to have success is something that really fills me with a lot of joy. Thurman just really took her arm out there. I think took 3 swings back to back to back. Did a great job, though.
Good job by Brown to put a good swing on it and stay out of the net. And that one comes straight down off the hands on Tulsa's side. That was a huge point.
That was a huge point, and Thurman finds a way on, I think, her 4th swing of the rally to put it down. You can just see the passion after this ball hit the ground. She is so pumped and ready to get this set over with and moving on.
As you mentioned earlier, Thurman's previous career high was 19 kills. She's sitting on 22 now tonight.
Dang. And if it tends to, or if it keeps going this way, she may end up having more. That's a great night for her. A lot to be proud of.
Is there a touch? Yes.
Great swing from Eithler. Again, continuing on with that tool of the block. She just elevates and just clips that outside right on the top of their fingers. I know I saw the outsides talking to Coach Jason in that timeout about how to stop that, and TU just keeps putting the pressure on them.
Evans off the deflection at the net.
Unlucky there, but a great swing by Evans. Tati was just a hair late, and it bounced right off the top of her head, I think. Little unlucky, but a great swing by Evans. Great pass by Beth Bayless. Great dig by Courtney Jackson. Good read.
Everybody back on their feet.
Oh my gosh, what a rally. Good read by Hannah Hogue.
Thurman, who else would it be?
Of course, of course. What a great rally, great defense from both sides. You can just tell how much it means to them. Courtney Jackson with incredible plays that whole time, and then Marta Pacali with an incredible dig. But of course, Thurman to put that ball down.
Tulsa able to fend off the first set point without even having to touch it. That's a gift.
That is.
And now Pacali serving. Arkansas still one time out in the pocket.
Good block there to stop Thurman.
Forces Arkansas to go somewhere else, and it just sails long.
Big point there for TU. And it all started with stopping Thurman on that first play, forcing them to have to set someone else. That's exactly what they need to keep up doing in the rest of the set.
Good serve again.
Right at Courtney Jackson, too. I'm sure that's not where Ram had told her to go, but worked out for Marta.
That dig comes back over the net.
Oh, let's see.
And that just sailed inbounds.
Oh, a touch was called.
Okay, there. I thought for sure it was out.
So did I, yeah. It was definitely out of bounds, but I guess they saw a touch there at the net that line judge did. Let's see this replay.
Well, Arkansas does still have challenges to use. They had used one earlier in the match. They were successful. And this is the difference right now in being the set being decided and going to a fifth, or Tulsa trimming it to a 1-point lead.
This is a big call, and Arkansas seemed really confident about there not being a touch, but the TU side definitely thought there was. So I'll be interested to see how this play shakes out. But whichever way it goes, if Arkansas ends up winning, TU needs to carry some confidence over into that fifth set and shake off the last two.
You know, one of the keys Lauren Ramatowski talked about in the success that they've had and that they're going to continue to have is, are we getting the right distribution during each rotation? How many players are we setting each player. How would you rate the distribution so far tonight?
Just quickly looking at the stats, the distribution has been great. I think Rachel Brown has definitely taken the most swings, but I think that was a big key for them, is getting her more involved. And so it's great to see her get more involved, and the middles. Both of the middles are attacking at great percentages and taking a lot of swings. So that's huge for the TU side, and I think both setters have done a great job of that.
Yeah, where it had been Kaylee Cassidy in the past, one of the best outside hitters in the country, All-American, over 1,900 career kills to cap off her career. And so Coach Ram said, you know, it was heavily on the left side. Now we're pushing middle and right side.
Oh, yeah, as the setter for that team, it was pretty easy to always be like, well, I can get the ball out to Kaylee Cassidy for sure, but it's good to see the rest of these girls step up in such big ways. And these setters have done a great job of stepping in and taking that. I know that can be a big thing for a setter, is getting more hitters involved and feel a lot of pressure, but these setters for TU have handled it really well.
There you go, call reversed. Jason Watson, 2 for 2 tonight on challenges, and guess what? We are going to a 5th set. A real tight one, and we might be in for a photo finish. Don't go anywhere. Set 5 coming up.
Do you require shelter? Your inefficient participation will slow the process. Just this once.
Birds of a feather, we should stick together.
Home? Home.
The Wild Robot. Rated PG. In theaters September 27th.
Ow! Who's that sexy thing I see over there? That's me, standing in the mirror. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. 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 I'd wanna be me too.
Well, what a match so far we've had, and in that 4th set, Arkansas's offense coming alive, Avery.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, Romani Thurman is just really finding the floor on TU's side, but the rest of the Arkansas offense is kind of coming alive. They're getting their middles more involved, which is exactly what Coach Jason West had wanted them to do. So it's good to see that get executed here from Hannah Hogue. The veteran setter is just doing a good job of distributing the ball here.
Yeah, she's having a great match. So is Romani Thurman. Career high 23 kills and still another set to go. Go along with the 7 digs and 2 blocks. Hannah Hogue with 40 assists, 21 digs for the match. Both Tulsa setters, Bacorn and Hip, with double doubles. And Courtney Jackson and Marta Picali, both liberos, having great matches as well.
I'm looking to see what changes TU will make this set. They've got to kind of dig themselves out of a little bit of a hole. Coming back after you've lost 2 sets is a really tough feat, but they need to just focus again on what Coach Jason has said in the past of staying present. I'm sure Coach Ram is telling her girls that right now. Just stay present, stay confident, lean on each other, and trust that you guys are capable of doing this and beating this team, which obviously they are. And so I'm excited to see how they come out. I hope with a lot of energy and a lot of confidence.
Well, this will be the first 5-set match of the year for the Golden Hurricane. In fact, 5 of their first 7 matches had been decided in 3 sets. So this is only the 3rd time all year that it's gone past a 3rd set. For Arkansas, only 1 5-set match. That was in their season opener, a 3-2 win over St. Mary's. Got to win by 2, first to 15. Tulsa does get an additional challenge, even though they lost the 2. If you go to a 5th set and you have less than 2, then you're awarded 1 more. So 1 challenge for Coach Ramatowski. You can never have more than 2. And so Jason Watson, who had won both of his already tonight, Arkansas still with 2 challenges. 2 timeouts apiece. Let's go. What a match in the home opener this year for Tulsa. And the 2 great friends on opposite sidelines, Jason Watson and Lauren Ramatowski. Boy, they are going to have some long conversations about what an epic match this was.
Seriously. And there TU goes, starting off on such a strong foot with a great pass from Beth Bayless and then Rachel Brown finding a way to put the ball down. This is a great play to start out for them. Rachel Brown will be huge for them in this 5th set.
Another good serve from Bakali.
Free ball. Let's see if TU can convert this. Good dig by Jackson. A great block touch, too. Great set by Hip. And there Rachel goes. So incredible. Hip is just really giving her the best opportunities to succeed, too. I think sometimes the setter gets overlooked, and Hip has just been perfectly executing that back set all night. Good serve again.
That sailed out of play. 3-0 start.
That's exactly what TU needs. Continue to have a hard serve from the back line from Marta there, and then forcing those outsides to make those unforced errors. This 3-0 start for TU is huge. Little out of system here for Arkansas. Free ball, let's see if TU can convert. And Beth Bayless with the finesse right behind the block. What a great idea from her. A little low set. She just does a great job of finding a way and to get it on the ground. A great play from Hannah Hogue, too. I know she read that really well. Just unlucky that Romani Thurman was unlucky to come up with it.
Too much power on the swing from Thurman.
For sure. That was a great touch at the net on the TU block. Just unlucky that Eiler was unable to run that ball down. If only she had like an extra 2 inches on her arm, she would have had that one for sure. Great pass from Eitler. Oh, good play by Ari Mongari. Let's see what they can do. Good dig. And a set from Ari, too.
Just out of play.
Just out of play, but Beth definitely thinks that there was a touch there. So I'll be interested to see if Coach Ram pulls out her challenge card. It's a great dig, a great set by Ari. Oh, I am not sure.
That's close.
It definitely is out of bounds. I will be interested to see if Ram puts that challenge card down. Okay, she will. We will go take a better look at that one for sure.
I like this move here because you definitely don't want to be looking back at the end of this match and saying, I had a challenge available.
No, I could not imagine losing this game and thinking about back to this 4-2 point, because this is such a huge point in the game. TU definitely has the momentum here. Goes right through the hands of Thurman. It looks like there's maybe some misdirection, but it's really hard to tell on these plays. Such a tough look. Definitely see some movement in her left thumb. It looks to me like it's moving back pretty clearly there. It's not, yeah, the ball's changing direction. To me, this very clearly looks like a touch, but I'll be interested to see what the refs see. This is obviously a crucial point in the match, so they will for sure be taking their time.
I don't envy the spot of the officials in moments like these.
Absolutely not. And as a player, you're heated too, and so I remember being super mad at the officials a lot of the time, and now I'm like, maybe I probably should have given a little grace, but.
Well, these teams have played their hearts out so far tonight. And remember, both of these teams will play Stephen F. Austin tomorrow, Tulsa at 11 a.m. If Stephen F. Austin is watching this match, doing some early scouting, they're saying, hey, play all night. Play all you want. Keep
Exactly,
going.
exactly.
Exert the energy. There you go, Paul stands.
Wow,
so
Paul stands.
No challenges remaining for Tulsa in this 5th set. I still like the decision to go after it, though.
I do too. I 100% agree with that. I am surprised. The TU bench really seems to think there was a touch, but nothing they can do about it now. All they can do is move on, stay present. Great pass.
That's a line.
Great swing there in transition from Huey. That is a great play. She just gets up and transitions very well. Great set from Jackson, too. Just unlucky, just out of the reach of Marta.
Huey, the redshirt freshman, tying her season high with 11 kills.
Great idea there from Beth. Gets them a little out of system. Great cover there from the middle. Oh my goodness. What a great block from Beth Bayless. Just an incredible play, a series of plays there from both sides. What a great block. Oh, just the passion that you can see from her teammates. Gosh, that's just the best.
11 blocks tonight for the Golden Hurricane.
Great serve there from Bacorn. Another great block. Huey finds a way to put that ball down. That's a great shot in that deep corner. She's really doing a good job of finding all these tools.
A new high for her as Flo Jones will come back to serve.
Out of bounds there. Lucky break for TU, but we'll see how they respond here. Reagan Pendleton back to serve. A great serve from Reagan, an ace for the 5th-year senior. What a great play from her. Reagan is a true right side, and so seeing her come in and get this ace is huge for her. You can see the movement on that ball. Just a big play. Such a great team player. Someone I was so lucky enough to get to play with.
5th service ace of the night for Tulsa. And it's come from 5 different players.
That is great. That's exactly what Ram wants to see, is all of her players getting after it behind the service line. I know Arkansas would probably like to see their ace number go up as well, as they have had a few more errors there, but I'm sure that they're more content with how their offense is doing right now, too.
Don't recall which one of your teammates mentioned something about this, but Reagan is right, the saying?
Reagan is always right. I swear by that. I'll swear by it for the rest of my life. Whatever she says goes, but I say that. I don't say this lightly, but Reagan Pendleton is one of the greatest people I've ever met. And so seeing her have success in this 5th year is just amazing to me. It's someone that I'll always be so proud to know, and even more proud to have gotten to play with.
She and Beth Bayless, along with Marta Picali, the captains, leaders of this team.
That's for sure. Both of them, or all 3 of them, bring such different things to the table, but all 3 are just incredible leaders. They lead by example, which is Coach Ram's saying, and she does, and all 3 of those girls do a great job of it.
Pendleton again.
Oh, what a great serve. A free ball. Let's see what they can do here. Unlucky there. A little low on the set there to the outside.
Hui sends it long, no touch.
Out of bounds. The teams will now switch sides. Just barely out of bounds for Huey there. You see Reagan turn immediately and say, no touch, no touch. So what a good play there by TU to recognize that. They're up now as they're on a 3-0 scoring run here, and they're up at the switch. And there's a lot of momentum and stuff to be said for being up at that switch. So we'll see if Arkansas can turn it around here.
Tulsa trying to post a win in this series for the first time since 2008 and snap a 5-match winning streak overall in the series by Arkansas. Pendleton again, another good serve.
Good read by Baycorn there. Let's see what Eitler can do with it. Good defense there from the redshirt freshman. Free ball sent over. And more great defense.
Smidlova.
Wow.
Laying out to keep it alive.
Great plays on all sides of the net here. This is a huge point. Good play.
Maybe the longest rally of the match.
No, seriously, could not come at a more important time.
Hui again.
Let's see what Arkansas can do with that.
On the slide, shot is long, out of bounds.
Oh my gosh, what a huge rally for both teams there. Just huge that it falls on TU's side. A great play by Baycorn here. Just incredible laying out for that ball. And just Pettis' ball just goes a little bit wide. You can just see the passion on both sides of the court right now. Both teams are dying to have it. Another great serve by Pendleton. Let's see what Huey can do.
Laying out to keep that alive was Eitler.
Good block.
Mongari in the middle.
A huge block from Mongari. Just an awesome play at the net there for TU. Just an incredible round here for TU. They are having all the energy on their side right now. You can see it on all their girls' faces. They are so excited and feeling it here.
7 different players for Tulsa registering a block tonight. Mongari has got 4 now. But you don't see that up-tempo, especially when it's Zoe Evans on the swing. You don't see that stopped very often. Don't forget, we've got a lot of more great volleyball coming up tomorrow. Tulsa will open it up against Stephen F. Austin at 11 a.m. And then Arkansas will take on the Lumberjacks at 4. And Tulsa taking on Oklahoma to close things out in this Tulsa Volleyball Invitational. Tell you what, I would have paid admission to see this match tonight with the match that we've been treated to. This has been phenomenal. Jason Watson's team, they pride themselves a lot on the mental toughness, staying focused, staying in the moment. They were able to rally from 2 sets down to force this 5th set. The energy in this building, though, right now, all on the side of the Golden Hurricane. A 5-0 scoring run, 4 of those points served out by Reagan Pendleton.
A low set there. Let's see if TU can take advantage. And no, Huey put that one right back down. What a great block from her and Pettis there. That was a great play.
Sanaya Pettis has been one of the SEC's better blocking players. Hey, she gets it from her mom, Terry. Played volleyball, basketball, and ran track at Texas Southern.
Wow.
Look out, Razorbacks trying to get a little bit of steam built up.
Oh, just in there. What a good block from Hannah Hogue. You can just tell she is really trying to get her team amped up there. She turns around with a whole lot of passion. I love to see that from the setter. lucky draw there for Huey, but a very lucky draw for TU. Let's see if Arkansas can side out here on the first ball. They need that right here for sure, especially with Mongari back to serve. That total serve errors is definitely alarming, I'm sure, but of course I jinx it, and Mongari sails one right out of bounds there. TU is now up to 7, and Arkansas has 13. Let's see. Lauren Eitler handles that one great. And Courtney Jackson with an incredible play. And Marta too, right back-to-back great defensive plays. And Eitler finds a way to squeeze that one through the block. That was great. A great set from Bakhorn as well. Eitler, I think, is now up to 10 kills, putting her at a double-double. She's had a great night for sure. That is a great set from Bakhorn, though.
Got 10 kills to go along with 20 digs for Lauren Eitler.
And there Rachel Brown goes. What a great swing from her. You can just see all of the passion and energy on TU's side right now. They are definitely trying to put their foot on the gas. It's a great swing, a great look, and just such pure joy out of them right now. I'm just so excited. This drop serve has been huge for TU tonight. Great dig from Pendleton. Good coverage, good block there from Zoe Evans and Hannah Hogue. Great read, great pickup by Braden Hip. More coverage there on the outside. A good dig from Arkansas. Great dig. Goodness, this is such a long rally. Such good volleyball being played on both sides. Everyone laying out. Oh my, you can just see how much it means to everyone on the court here.
Remarkable. Finally,
oh my God.
Put down by Johnson.
What a great play there. That rally was remarkable. This is exactly the type of volleyball that you're wanting to see now. A great set choice, too, from Braden Hip. That was awesome. Oh, just the faces. Game point here for TU. Let's see if they can finish out the match here. Great pass. Ooh.
Arkansas able to fend off.
Hannah Hogue with a great play there at the net. Just showing her competitive spirit for sure. Not a lot of people you would want behind the service line right now besides Hannah Hogue. Let's see what she can do here for Arkansas. They need a lot of points here strung together.
Tulsa with their second win over a top 25 team. They dominate set number 5. And that scene says it all.
Oh my gosh, I'm just so excited for them. What a huge win for them in their home opener at TU. Just so excited for all the girls and Coach Ram. What a great match today was.
First time since 2010, and they earned it.
This must be Ram's first win, or first ranked win as a head coach. What a true honor it is for her.
Last time over LSU in the NCAA first round. And this Arkansas team, they are every bit as good as the ranking shows. They were undefeated on the year. They played an excellent match. This one's going to feel really good for Lauren Ramatowski and her team. After they won the first 2 sets of the night, Arkansas rallied, got things going in the right direction, forced this 5th set. Didn't matter. Tulsa came out swinging in set number 5, and they win it running away. And we are with our player of the match, and what a match it was tonight from Rachel Brown, 14 kills. Rachel, congratulations on the win. Just first off, how do you put this into words?
It means, I can't even put it into words. It means everything to us. I mean, we just wanted to go out and work as hard as we could, have fun, just play as a team and show everything that we've got. I'm sorry, I'm a little out of breath.
What a match that was. What was being said to you guys in that 5th set to turn it around?
I think we just knew that we had to come out here and get it done. We knew we had to bring our own energy. They're a little more relaxed, so we knew we just had to come in and come out aggressive, play clean.
That's awesome. That was a great match for you guys all the way around. What do you have to say about Marta Bacali's performance tonight?
She always brings it. She's just, there's no words. She's just always there. She's super reliable. We can just always trust her to get the job done, and she just brings so much energy and competitiveness to our team.
Rachel, Coach Ram told us earlier this week, she said, we've got so many good players. We have regular conversations about everybody stepping up. It's your time, it's your time. Everybody stepped up tonight.
Yes, they did.
How much fun is it to see everybody getting involved and everybody contributing in different moments?
It's amazing. Just being a senior, seeing everything finally come together, I think she just really knows how to get us going and get us going together. It's just amazing to see.
Congratulations on the win, Rachel. That was fun to watch.
Thank you!
Our player of the match, Rachel Brown. As Tulsa gets the win, you look at our final stats. They end up out hitting the Razorbacks. And you look at the number of digs, truly remarkable. Great defensive efforts by both teams. Courtney Jackson with a new career high easily with 40 on the side for Arkansas. But you look at the blocks number, just a huge effort at the net all night defensively for Tulsa.
Oh, for sure. Tulsa just showed their true grit tonight, seriously. Not great hitting percentages on either side. It was honestly who was going to come down to wanting it more. And those girls on TU's side just definitely wanted it more tonight.
Well, a great match it was. We knew it'd be a good one. Don't know if we were quite ready for all of that intense action. Down to the wire it came, and Tulsa picks up the win. Hey, great first match tonight from my partner Avery Calsoon and our entire crew. Josh Haley saying so long from the Reynolds Center in Tulsa. Final score, Tulsa defeats number 22 Arkansas 3-2. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app.
Mama. I will protect you. I will protect all of you.
The Wild Robot is the best animated movie of the year.
You are ordered to return home.
We have to help her.
I am already home, and I am a wild robot.
The Wild Robot, rated PG, in theaters September 27.